my lovelies. Today I'm going to show you, I did get a little piece of real estate, just a tiny spot. So I am doing a little gardening today and I just want to show you. So you can see me there. I am putting out newspaper because it will help to block the weeds and also over time. So it will kill the weeds and rot over time. And, so the water can go through it as well. So that is a great idea to help you to get started on your garden. And I kind of cover it, maybe use about 3 or so sheets of paper, layers of newspaper there. Then I go over that and I will add my weed block. Yes, I have my weed block. So when you get that little, I hate weeds. Everybody knows I totally hate weeds. So I love to cover them down and try to get rid of them as best as possible. God knows I cannot stand them. I mean, like they're everywhere. And here, of course, I call anywhere I live Timbuktu. You all know that. So here in Timbuktu, the weeds are vicious, just vicious, I say. So I am laying out some weed block. I kind of cut it, in the shape of the little piece of real estate, I'll call it for the purpose of this video there. And so I will be putting out my plants on top of that. And I had that little piece there left off. So I'm going to make sure that I use every inch of that thing because you know how things are expensive these days, my darlings. Yeah. So we got to make sure that, everything is nice and neat. I am trying to tuck it in there, just to make sure that it doesn't come up and that the weed itself doesn't come up. I just can't stand those weeds. So I am putting that down carefully there. So, as what I did at first was I also, wet that newspaper there down so that it would stay in place for me to be able to, because it gets a little windy at times, pretty windy. And, I secure it there with a block just so it doesn't go away. So you can see there, I'm making sure it's quite a-okay and nicely tucked in. You just gotta go around the corners, right? Take my little sweet time. Yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Yeah. Oops. Sorry to turn the butt. Okay, there it goes. Went down. Boom. No butt in my viewer's face. But you know how that goes. Uh-oh. You're watching me, right? I think I saw you. So I had to peek at you. I kind of felt you looking at me, Right there. I'm still pushing it down just to make sure that it goes down. And I buy my weed block I bought a huge roll at Sam's. Yeah. So and there you go. Look at that. Nice and neat, and it's ready for the next phase. I put those blocks around. You see how I have it curved around? Now I am going to add these are just leftover tiles that I had, and I lay them out there. Then I put my pots. See, I don't like when the roots from the pots go through the weed block because that ruins my weed block very quickly. See, it has one little hole and then it goes right through it. I just want to find one little hole and it goes in there. So I'm making sure they're all nice in place. More tiles. Yeah. This is good stuff. I can't wait for you guys to see it when it's all done. Yeah, I kind of had the tiles a little bit in some, just thrown aside there. Oops. Oh my God, me and my dear ear. My neighbor always say, if you see that bum anywhere, you know whose it belongs to. So bear with me there. I'm just trying to do my, oops, what was that? Was that a snake? Oh no, it's my ponytail. And of course, I love to use rocks to decorate my thing. So I don't cover the thing completely. I don't do that at all. I merely add just enough to give it a little accent, make it look pretty. So now I clean up my plants to make sure that, they'll be okay. That one has no roots, so it's no good at all. But look at the flower on it. I was so disappointed. I mean, this really broke my heart, believe it or not. I had to throw it away. It was so disheartening. There it goes in the dump. Oh my God. I feel like crying even just watching that right now. But here we go. We're going to add some soil. And you put just enough soil in there that you don't want to fill the pot up too much at first, because you want to have enough room to be able to put the plant in, and then you can add more soil after that to fill it up. I cut off the dead leaves just so it looks nice and pretty when you put it out. So I think this one will do just fine. This is a bromelia that I'm cleaning up here. So they bloom pretty flowers too. And some of them really don't bloom, but their leaves are just so beautiful. This one, of course, blooms because, of course, the leaves are just plain green. That's it, blah, 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 blah. And I cut off all of those dead stuff. And now I am going to put it in my pots. So I kind of make a little hole down in there. And I try to press it firm enough to hold it in place. You see me there in my Jamaican Carlos shirt. So now I can add the rest of the soil around it to finish filling up that pot. So it will have enough soil, because once that plant gets big, you don't want that task of trying to add soil to a full pot. And as those plants, put out new pups and get really full, then of course, that's when you start to separate your plants and things like that. But that's later on down. For now, we're going to let our plant grow. And of course, the other soil was done. So now I'm using Miracle Grow. I love Miracle Grow because for some reason, my plants do better in Miracle Grow. I've tried Virgo, and it just smells. It's just. I honestly, I don't want to badmouth any product, but I really don't like Virgo. I like the Miracle Grow, and my plants. Ooh, they just bask in it. I mean, like, they really just do well, in it. They love that Miracle Grow. So that's another type of bromelia. That's the pretty leaf one. That one, I don't see it bloom, but look at that leaf. Look at the leaves. Look at it. It starts to like give that pretty glow in the middle of it, and then, but it goes along with the sun for the most part. So if you have it in the sun, that's brighter it is. The colors, more vibrant colors that you'll see. So I just love my bromelias. It's a lot. You'll see sooner or later. You'll get to know. So I'm adding my soil. Gotta be careful. Every little ounce matters. Yes. There you go. Add the rest of it. Oh, those darn mosquitoes. I'm telling you, those darn mosquitoes. And I'm cleaning up, making sure my space is nice and clean before I move on to my next stage. So all those little trimmings that I took off the plants, I can get rid of them. I have a few in place already and things are looking good. Yeah. Lots of little pieces of trash all over the place. And now, there you go. You can see the stones. See how I have them spread out? So it just accents it, give it a little look right there. And you see how that is curved? All I did was turn the block the other way. So instead of making it go around, I made it, turned it, invert it so it comes out a little bit and gives it that nice little curve. It's, So now I have this creeper, we call it, this creeper plant, and I need it to be crawling up on something, growing up on something. So I looked over, I saw my neighbor with some coconut palms, and I figured, why not? Go over there and cut off some of that stuff. So I did. I have this is a broomstick. It's just a broomstick from Dollar Tree that I got. And I will be covering it. See, I got a nice big bag of that stuff, Look at that. A lot of them. So I can cover my stick. And I just use some fishing line to hold it in place. And I have my scissors that I'll use to, just clip it up, make sure things are good there. And I wrap it around the stick. I will be wrapping it all the way around the stick until I get to the top. And as I go around, because they're short pieces. So as I go around, then I tuck it into itself a little bit and keep, putting the cord and everything around it just to hold it in place. So when I call it a creeper. It's a plant that crawls up on something. It needs a host, kind of. If not, it just flops down, but it likes to, you train it, it goes up and curls right up. So I am tucking it in there, and here is another piece that I'm grabbing. And I am going to do the same thing, and I continue with that all the way up that pole. Well, it's a broomstick from Dollar Tree. It's an old broomstick, actually. There you go. Tuck it in so it doesn't ravel out, but I bet you it's gonna ravel out. There you go. Just as I said. Bam. Let me tuck it better. It's a little misbehaving, There you go. So pretty much I'm at the top. So now here I go with my cord. My fishing line, rather. And I'm going around and around with it just to keep it in place. And there you go. My garden is in place, almost done. And check this out, guys. And you can see there that long thing is my thing with the stick. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Have a great day, my lovelies.